this one, we're wanting to go and look at the preceding and succeeding numerals of each value. And I don't know why my pen is wanting to go so slow, but it is, and my handwriting is awful at the moment. So we're wanting to know the number ahead of and behind 840 base 9. Now, remember with base 9, we can have the values of 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. We cannot have a 9. So if we think about 840, that means that we have the positions of 9 squared, 9 to the first, and 9 to the 0. Okay? So these are our groups. Now, our original groups contain an 8, a 4, and a 0. So if we think about going one less, think of this as being like a 10. We go one less, that's a 9. We go one less, that's a 3. Because think about this as an 840, we get an 839. Well, in our case, going one less than 0 is actually an 8. Because if we go one less, it becomes an 8. So instead of a 9 here, I actually get an 8. So one less than 840 base 9 is going to be 838 base 9. So think about it as a number line. You get 838 base 9. Then you go to 840 base 9. Because if you go to 8, then you go up to the next value, which would be 9, and in this case we change that to a 0. Now, if I'm at 0, I go up to the next value, so that would be 841 base 9. And then I could do the next one and keep going. Now, let's look at another one of these, which is a little bit different because it's got a lot of zeros in it. So let's look at this one where we're looking at base 8. So we're looking at base 8 here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. So that's like we have 8 to the 5th, 8 to the 4th, 8 to the 3rd, 8 squared, 8 to the 1st, and 8 to the 0. And we have a 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay? So this is base 8. So if you think about this, remember that we can have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in our values. Okay, so this one is a little difficult to think about because if I look at this and I want to go down 1, I think of this as being a 10. I have to change this to an 8. Actually, I have to change all of those zeros to 7s because I've got to go down 1. Think about changing this in base 10 minus 1. Okay, that would change it to a 0, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. If I subtracted 1. Well, in this case, if I subtract 1, I don't go to 9s, I go to 7s. Because that's my next value down. Okay? So anytime you're subtracting 1, and you're looking at zeros, you can't go to 9, you go to the highest value there is. So this number would be 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, base 8 for the preceding value. Now, for the succeeding value, meaning I would add 1 to this, just like a regular base 10, if I add 1, this one goes up 1, so I would have 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, base 8. So when you're doing the preceding, you are subtracting 1. When you're doing the succeeding, you are adding 1. Okay? And remember, if you're subtracting 1, you're actually going 1 less than the base that you're looking at. So I hope this helps. Let me know if you continue to have questions.